Hey everyone, good morning. It is weekend morning. I'm pointed you this way because I have a bunch of stuff laid out for a recipe video that I'll be doing. So it makes it easier to point you this way. I am going to make a quick breakfast today. I've got a couple of bananas that need using up. So I'm going to make banana peanut butter baked oatmeal. But it's super easy and delicious and a great way to use that up. The first thing I've done is preheat my oven to 350, and now I'm going to go get the rest of my ingredients. I need baking powder, cinnamon, vanilla extract, peanut butter. Where is my baking powder? All right, I forgot to mention salt. And then I have my oats here. I've got my oat milk. It's what I'm going to use. Use whatever non-dairy or dairy milk if you're not vegan that you have. And I want to make my flax egg. Now the flax egg replaces the egg in a traditional recipe. And it's basically one tablespoon of flax meal. Hold on, I'm going to warm up my water here. I like to use warm water because it helps it get gelatinous faster since I'm not being patient. So we're going to go with 1 tablespoon of the ground flax. Now I keep a bag of ground flax in my freezer and I just pull out enough to fill this little jar because it can go rancid if you don't use it up. So that's why I like to keep the majority of it in my freezer, and certainly the rest, the stuff that I have out that I'll be using, in my fridge. And then we just do 3 tablespoons of water. Give that a little stir. And then let's just set that aside while we mix up all the rest of the ingredients. Now I'm going to mix everything in here because I'm lazy today. So the first thing we're going to do is drink more coffee. Yum. Is mash potatoes. Don't mash your potatoes and put it in here. Mash your banana. Oh my goodness. And this is my least favorite part of any recipe that has bananas in it because mashing bananas really grosses me out. When they get ripe like this, they're delicious, but they're also, the texture is really gross. This is what's going to give us our sweetness. I'm actually not going to add any other sweetness to this, just the mashed banana. That's why you want your bananas to be nice and ripe. Oh, I forgot my peanut butter. Now this peanut butter, it's a natural peanut butter and it tends to be quite hard, and I want to be able to get it mixed in. So I'm going to measure out about a half a cup. And I'm going to put it in the microwave just for maybe 10 seconds. Just to soften it up a bit. In the meantime, we're going to add in our other ingredients. Or not. Now we're going to add the peanut butter in here, and I'm going to mash it in with the banana to try and get it incorporated because, you know, it's always hard to incorporate peanut butter into things. So if I do this, then it's easier to mix the mixture together. And you get the peanut butter everywhere because we want the peanut butter flavor. All right, So let's get our rest of our ingredients. Sorry, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. An eighth of a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 to 1/4, depending on how salty you want it, but you do need a little bit of salt in there. Now let's add our flax egg. Mix that all up. Hi, Sophie. I want to add in 1.5 cups of oat milk. And I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to use dry measuring cups for that. I understand that they're different, but this is what I have out. And my other cups are in the cupboard behind the camera, and I don't want to disturb the camera again. So, one and a half. Whoops. Might be a bit more than I needed. Okay. And now we're going to add in 1 1/4 cups of oats. My 1 cup measuring cup is wet now, so I'm going to do this. That's half. That's 1. It's a forgiving recipe. And 1/4. Is just mix this all up together. It will be quite soupy, which is the way it's supposed to be. You can taste the batter and decide if you want to add additional sweetener. If you do, I would recommend maybe a little bit of maple syrup. The reason I'm not adding maple syrup or additional sweetener now is because after it's warmed up, because obviously this is going to make leftovers for the week, after I warm it up, I like to add a little bit of more oat milk and a little drizzle of maple syrup on it at that time. And so it's nice when it's not super sweet already. Just sprinkle just a little bit of cinnamon on top. Okay, you don't have to do that. Now this is going to get baked at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a small casserole dish, so probably 35, I'm guessing. But just test it. It should be firm around the outside, pretty much firm all the way through, but you don't want it overcooked. And now we can just enjoy our coffee until it's done. I wish you could smell this. Now, I should let this cool off, but I have to get going, and so I'm just going to scoop a little bit out so we can taste test. I don't think I need this big of a bowl, just enough. Now this will get firmer as it sits. Right now it's a little soft because it's hot, which, as you know, means I'm going to burn myself. Oh, hold on a sec. All right, so here's how I like to eat mine, but obviously you're going to eat yours the way you like it. I like to pour a little bit of oat milk on it, and a little bit of maple syrup, which is why I didn't add it in, Canadian Gold. That was maybe a bit much, but oh well. So I'm going to try not to burn myself. It's so good. peanut butter, banana. You cannot go wrong with that combination, as long as you like banana and aren't allergic to peanut butter. Just another quick way to meal prep for the week. Not expensive. Oats, super cheap. You can usually get bananas for pretty cheap. You can buy peanut butter anywhere. The stuff I have is natural, but I got it from Walmart. It wasn't expensive. And so ingredients that you probably have in your house already. And then I made a half a recipe. If you have a bigger family, make a bigger recipe, put it in a bigger casserole dish. And you can freeze this. Once it cools off and you slice it into, portion sizes, you can actually freeze it and then just pull out a couple at a time for quick breakfasts or snacks. The thing about baked oatmeal is, to me, it kind of reminds me of bread pudding. It feels like a dessert. I used rolled oats. If you used half rolled oats and half instant oats, quick cooking oats, this would be softer, a little bit mushier, but maybe a little bit more like the texture of bread pudding or something like that. And if your kids prefer that, just use that. You're still going to get the goodness of the oats, the fiber, and then you're getting some fruit with the banana and some extra protein with the peanut butter. The oats have it as well. And a perfect breakfast. So I hope you guys give it a try. Let me know if you do. Let me know what you like to put in your oatmeal. You could easily put like walnuts or something like that in here. But this is really fast, really simple. So I'm going to eat this up so I can get going, and I will see you guys next time.